beautiful people. This is Inspired with Seed and Zoe. And today's topic, we are just going to talk about putting God first, making God your first priority.
Yes, it's quite an interesting topic. I think it's relevant now, and it's relevant in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Not just in your life in general, but also in marriage, in church. You know, when we first came up with this topic, the first thing that came to my mind is that this scripture, this topic itself, it is used a lot, and during the giving section. You know, so I want us to expand on it and just move it beyond that, because it's not just only about money. It's not only about prioritizing God on money only. It's also in your daily life, you know. Yes, in your work, in everything that you do.
Exactly. So the scripture that we have today is Matthew 10 verse 38 to 39. And it says, "And anyone who does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever finds his life will lose it, and whoever loses his life for my sake will find it." It explains itself, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to put God first, there are things that you have to let go in life. You have to forsake your will. You have to forsake your ways. You know, you have to forsake your plan. Last time we spoke about God's plan.
No, that is powerful, yes. To forsake your plan for God.
Yeah, for God, for Him to be first, for Him to be seen in your life. And you know, the most amazing thing about putting God first is that immediately when you put Him first, people begin to see God in you. You begin to be the light that He said in His word you should be.
The scripture that says, I'm not sure if it's a scripture, but I think it's a scripture.
Yeah.
It says, Paul, it was a scripture. It's Paul who actually says, "I no longer live, but Christ lives in me." That means everything that I am should reflect Christ.
Yeah.
So Christ is my life. So He's the center stage of my life. Everything that I do. For example, I feel like one of the things that should help us to prioritize God first in our lives is a relationship with Him.
Yeah.
You know why? In a lot, as I explained before, that this topic is used in giving. You know, some people will say, wherever you spend your money, that is where your priorities lie.
Yeah.
Actually, there is more. Because sometimes I can give God my 10% just to shut Him up. It's like, okay, I gave you my 10% sugar in Jelenium.
Yeah.
So I've got
I'll
my
continue
life to live
sinning,
now.
I'll
No,
continue
I've,
to
yeah,
do
you know,
things.
I've got my life to live now without worrying about you. That is not a relationship.
No.
You know, but a relationship is, if let's say for example you and I wake up in the morning, whether I have money or not, I talk to you. You understand? I make sure that I know your heart, I know what you need, whether I have the means to make the money or I don't. That is a relationship with God.
Yeah.
I think that is one of the things that will help us to make Him our priority.
Yeah, that's true. And the forsaking part, guys, is very important. Very, very much important, because if we don't forsake our ways, we will never experience Him to the fullest, you know, in each and every area of our lives. In your marriage, you'll never see God if you don't forsake other things.
Yes.
If you don't make time for Him individually, you and your spouse, if you don't put Him first, as in like, you know, submitting your plans to him so that He can approve them. Some of the plans that you have, He won't approve them, and some He will. And you just have to have that mentality of letting go and letting God in your life.
There is this thing that I do, especially when it comes to social media, like Facebook, you know. Sometimes I upload a status, then question myself, like, does this glorify God or not. Sometimes I do want to put things that entertain people, things that make me happy, but there are some things that crosses the line.
Yeah.
Ne? I'd be putting a status, but after 5 minutes I remove it. You don't see it anymore. It's not that I'm afraid that people it's not about the likes,
Yeah.
but it's about the time whereby
Exactly.
I evaluate
Yeah.
and be like, am I moving in God's direction? Is He still the center, the priority of my life in here?
Yeah.
You understand? In my Facebook status, in our marriage, there's this time whereby it's like we sit down and be like, okay, our plans are this. We want to do A, B, C, and D, but will God be pleased? Because sometimes we do have plans of our own that will make us succeed faster in life.
That's
you can bribe someone to get a nice car. But then as a couple, you have to evaluate and be like, yeah, we can do that. But because God is our priority and this is no longer the center, God is no longer the center of this thing, we have to abandon it.
Exactly. And sometimes it's painful, huh?
Yeah.
But I believe that for you to be disciplined in life, you need to be ruled by a bigger power than any other power. In fact, power comes from God. He is a mighty God and He is all powerful and all knowing. So meaning that we have to forsake our understanding to know His knowing.
Yes.
To understand his mind, to understand what He thinks about us, to understand the thoughts that He has about us. It is just us putting Him first.
Yes.
And then when we put Him first, it's easy.
Yeah. You know what?
It's easy.
I just realized now that is one of the important things that God gave us is marriage. One of the most important things that God gave us is marriage. You know? Because also marriage teaches you priorities, to prioritize.
That's true.
You know, it teaches you to prioritize. Think of God as your lover. No? Just as an example, think of God as your lover. When I first dated you, there were things that I was doing that pleased me as an individual.
Yeah.
But now that I'm with you, I have to forsake all those things for this relationship to work smooth. To work smoother.
Yeah.
You know? So there are some things that you will have to forsake because of God. And that is part of proving that God is your priority.
Yeah.
Remember last time we were talking about lovers and losers. So we want to do this other special whereby we talk about lovers and losers. Wherever there is love, there's going to be loss.
Exactly.
So also, that is a characteristic of priority.
It explains the scripture that we read, that you have to forsake your ways so that you can carry the cross.
Yes. Happiness.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It is a journey that you grow. You have to grow into, because we are human beings. You know.
Yeah.
Sometimes we fall, then we get up. Then we fall, then we get up. But it's a journey. You will never be perfect. What is good about God is He always embraces us. When we come and say, you know what, God, I messed up. Here and here, you were no longer my priority. I took my own ways. I relied on my own knowledge.
Yeah.
But then God is saying, come back to me. Let us do this thing again.
Yeah.
You know, it's a relationship.
And I actually love it when you use marriage as an example. You know, marriage is not easy, and it's not easy because you have to put your husband first. And for you to put your husband first, obviously there are things that you have to forsake, as my husband said. And that on its own is not easy. For you to do the cleaving thing, to leave your parents, you know, to leave some of your friends, to forsake some of your friends, because now you have this person that you are putting first in your life. You have this person that you have to submit to. It's not easy. And it same applies to God. In God as well, there's submission. We submit our all to God. He does not want only a part of our lives. He wants a whole of our lives. And you know, when you put God first, there's fruits.
Yeah.
There's fruits in putting God first. He will make sure that He provides for you. He will make sure that He gives you peace. He will make sure, because you put him first, you allow him to rule your life. So there's no way that he cannot be part of it in every way, like
Yes.
every way, guys.
So my biggest advice is know the heart of God.
Yeah.
That is how you put him first. If you know the heart of God, there's a scripture that says, seek my kingdom first, and all these things.
Yeah.
He does not call it by money. He does not call it. He says
said
all these other things.
things.
All these they will be added. So me, I should be the priority in your life. I should take the center stage. All these other things will come with me because I am providing in your life. I'm a provision in your life. So there is no way that you're gonna starve in your life because you have put me first. Hey, people are blush.
Ooh, guys, yeah, I love the provision part. and mind you, I do see you providing, and thank you so much.
It's through God, man.
It is through God. So, guys, we hope that you are challenged. We hope that, moreover, you are inspired to actually take God first, to put Him first in your life, and to also see the bigger picture that as you put Him first, you are not actually losing anything.
Yeah.
You are gaining more. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting, for liking.
We
really appreciate it.
guys.
And we hope you are inspired to inspire others as well.
Yeah.
Become the salt of this world.
Yeah, and the light.
Yes, and the light of this world.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
See you again next time.